So, good morning, everybody. Myself, Acharya Vishvendra, and today I'm going to discuss something about the mind-brain algorithms. So, here are two students. One is a topper, and another is average student. So, if we observe them, then input or the teacher is same for both the students, but output is different. Suppose there is a teacher, he wrote something in the class. So, from where he got this information? Obviously, from his mind-brain system, and from his mind-brain system, he is able to retain that, and he just wrote them on the blackboard or the whiteboard, and this information gets transferred to the student, and he's supposed to absorb this information. So that is the fundamental technical thing that happens within a teacher and a student while they are working together in a class. Let's analyze this also. So we can say that teacher is an information transfer mechanism, but there are three things involved over here: information, process, and energy. Now, the irony is that most of the teachers just transfer only today's information. They have to take a lecture. So, what they'll do is that they'll just read 4 to 5 pages, which will be completed for today's session. So, they just, store that information within their short term memory and just transfer that to in the class itself. And I have observed in my life as a student and working as a teacher, by observing a lot of teachers, that most of the teachers are just able to store information in their temporary memory and are able to transfer that. But the irony is that the exam for which you are preparing, it involves information for 2 years. So the required mechanism is different. So there has to be a teacher who is able to transfer information at least from 2 years. Only then he should train the students, because it's ultimately the energy, the frequency, the vibration that gets transmitted to the students. That explains why most of the students are not able to perform even average. They just perform below average because they just work on their short-term memory and are not able to transfer information to the long-term memory and to retain that from the long-term memory. So because of this, there is one thing, that today's information. Another thing is the process and energy are not able to be transferred. There are teachers who are well capable to share information from the long-term memory, or even from 1 year, 2 year, or 10 years, or 20 years. The teachers are also like that. But ultimately, the transfer mechanism of information is not being trained, is not being imparted in the class. So the students does not know that how to transfer information from the long-term memory to the brain, to the short-term memory, or to the temporary memory. So that is why why most of the students are underperformers. Now the thing is, there is a pattern of mind-brain system using triad of information, process, energy to transfer the information between mind and the brain, and that we call as the mind-brain algorithm. Now there are two types of algorithm: weak and simple, strong and complex. So most of the students have weak and simple algorithms, because of which they are not able to perform optimally, whereas only a few have the guts to develop strong and complex algorithms, and they perform spectacularly better in any field of life. So the thing here is the complex and strong algorithms, which is the central concept behind mind-brain algorithms. Now the thing is that there is a process to transform weak and simple algorithm into strong and complex algorithms using OST. You can search OST by Acharya Vishvendra on YouTube itself or on the Google itself. I have compiled a book with the same name. You can search it on Amazon, Flipkart, and Ocean Press. So OST is basically a 21 days mind training program, in which we'll give you daily 9-minute mental training just before sleeping, so that you know to coordinate the mind and the brain and to perform optimally in life. So let me to remind you once again that this is the brain, this is the mind. Mind has got conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind. When you study something, there is a neural pattern formed in the brain. From brain, it gets transferred to the conscious mind, from the conscious to the subconscious mind, and from subconscious to the unconscious mind. And when you retain that, there is the reverse process. Information gets transferred from unconscious to subconscious, subconscious to conscious mind, and conscious to the brain itself. So the coordination of mind and brain and mind, this is what differentiates between a topper and an average performer. So if you want to perform spectacularly better than others, then work on your mind-brain algorithms, work on the frequencies of the mind-brain algorithms, make your mind-brain algorithms complex and strong, and certainly you'll be able to end up with flying colors in competitive exams. Thank you and have a nice day.